Vin Diesel's shared universe film failure in 2020 only raises more questions about the action hero's future after his time with the Fast and Furious franchise comes to an end. The seventh highest-grossing film series of all time with a combined gross of over $7 billion, Fast and Furious is both an incredibly popular and long-running saga. During its run, the series has gone from focusing on street racing to combining fast cars with heists and espionage. Surprisingly, one of the few things that unites the series of action films is the importance the franchise places on family. One key member of the Fast and Furious family is Vin Diesel and his character, Dominic "Dom" Toretto. Although Diesel's Dom appeared in the very first flick, 2001's franchise spawning The Fast and the Furious, he has skipped a few of the 10 Fast and Furious movies. The street racer and patriarch plays a key role in the most recent franchise film, Fast X, but the actor announced that Fast and Furious 11 would be Diesel's last appearance as Dom. While the Fast and Furious franchise may continue without him, Vin Diesel doesn't have an obvious movie replacement lined up. Bloodshot should have been Vin Diesel's Fast and Furious replacement. Vin Diesel running in Bloodshot with red hues. Based on the Valiant Comics character of the same name, 2020's Bloodshot was meant to be Vin Diesel's Fast and Furious replacement. Given Valiant Comics' rich history and massive lineup of superheroes and villains, Sony had plans for launching an entire shared universe based on the comic book publisher's works. Unfortunately, Bloodshot's lackluster performance not only tanked its own odds of getting a sequel, but put a damper on the studio greenlighting future cinematic universe films. If anything, Bloodshot's abysmal $37.3 million box office draw proved it wasn't quite the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) competitor filmmakers had hoped. As in the source material, Diesel's character is a soldier who was killed in action and then brought back to life with superpowers. The organization behind former U.S. Marine Ray Garrison's superhero Rebirth wants to control him, believing that Bloodshot is the ultimate weapon. Of course, Bloodshot has his own plans, especially since he vowed revenge against the person who killed both him and his wife. While Bloodshot features old-school-style action sequences and some smart ideas that are mined from the source material, the execution just didn't live up to the premise. Why Vin Diesel's Bloodshot failed, and killed its shared universe plans. Bloodshot faced some harsh reviews upon its release, with critics slamming its formulaic, seen-it-before story. While viewers were split on the film's approach to action sequences, the most critical pointed out that fight scenes felt both uninspired and difficult to engage with, thanks to an over-reliance on quick cuts. A poor imitation of both superior action flicks and superhero movies, Bloodshot wasn't very memorable. Between the poor reception from critics and the film's disappointing box office performance, the future of the Valiant Comics cinematic universe became something of a question mark after Bloodshot hit theaters.